Hello and welcome to week 17 of the Grocery Guru. We're here with Andrew Grant. Andrew, how are you?
I'm very good. I'm glad to see spring is in the air by the looks of your shirt, Darren.
We had a chat a few minutes ago and he mentioned Laura Ashley and a few other demeaning things. I just passed it by. This week, Andrew, I understand deliveries are getting your goat, and we're going to talk about deliveries.
Yeah, it's just something that struck me, and I'm slightly worried whether it makes me come across as a dinosaur, which is the very last thing. But, you know, when we talked a lot about data and insight and following the shopper over the last, 16 episodes. And I saw something at the weekend, which I just thought, do shoppers really want this? And obviously, as you always know when you do any form of market research, is you've got to be very careful of leading the witnesses.
Very true. Very true.
You take, classroom of 7-year-olds and you say to them, would you like jelly and ice cream for your lunch every day? What answer are you going to get?
Well, actually, that reminds me, Henry Ford was famous for a quote. He wasn't talking about customer groups. I'm sure they didn't have them back then. But he basically said, if we'd asked them what they would have wanted, they would have said faster horses.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's sort of linked to that. And what it is that it was in the Sunday Times, and it was talking about a couple of startups in London with some pretty serious private equity money behind them, and very bright young people running it with McKinsey backgrounds and what have you, offering, get this, 10-minute grocery deliveries in the centre of London. 10 minutes. I don't know if you've heard Get Here and Weasley or Wheezy.
So get here as in get here, those two words.
Well, it's Getir, Get Here. And Wheezy.
And how do you spell that?
W-E-E-Z-Y.
Okay.
So if you're lucky enough to live in Fulham, Clapham, those sorts of postcodes, you can get groceries delivered in 10 to 15 minutes. I'm not sure if anybody is that desperate for anything. Although, think about it, I suppose you get home, you've run out of toilet paper, you've run out of coffee, you've run out of beer.
Yeah.
Are you that desperate for something in 10 minutes that you're willing to pay between £1.99 and £2.99 delivery charge for, and also potentially, obviously, pay significantly more than supermarket prices? I'm not sure. It reminds me, if you think back to 24-hour shopping,
yes,
it was heralded as the ultimate convenience. People can go and wander around in their slippers at 3 a.m. and shop. And it lasted for what, 18 months?
Yeah, it wasn't long. And I'm all for our push towards convenience, and Amazon's really helped us with that. I'm not sure getting down to a 15-minute slot. I'm sure some people will want it. I guess it depends how much it's going to cost.
Yeah, and the thing is, these startups, will they have the economies of scale? So the very first of these, we talked about the urban fulfilment centres that Tesco are converting some of their stores to. That's mass scale picking. Yeah. These guys are, one of them is actually renting railway arches under Clapham Station.
Wow.
to be micro fulfilment centres.
Micro fulfillment centres. I don't think I've ever heard that term before.
No, so micro and the equivalent. It's working big scale with the the Uber Eats and the Deliveroos and the Just Eat. So we're opening these dark restaurants.
Yeah.
Where all the food you take away is not made in a takeaway restaurant. It's made in a purpose-built dark restaurant, dark catering facility. Yeah. It's sort of the equivalent thing that, these startups don't have shops. They have these micro fulfillment centers, but the costs versus the volumes, I struggle to see how it can work. But if you've got people with McKinsey backgrounds and gazillions of private equity money flowing in there, they can't be stupid.
Well, they can't. And I mean, can they compete against the likes of Amazon with their windows, which are so tight now?
Well, maybe Amazon are the past. I mean, good gracious, Amazon take a whole day to get to you. Outrageous.
I remember when I was a kid, I ordered gloves for my bike, and it took 30 business days.
No, exactly. I mean, I've got a bit of a dispute going on with Amazon at the moment. I ordered a cordless drill, and it didn't turn up for 3 days, and I am incensed. But you're absolutely right. 15 years ago, 28 days you would wait until you thought, oh, the parcel hasn't arrived yet. Shall I write a letter and find out where it's gone? So yeah, these tech companies are victims of their own shopper offering.
And how do you think the supermarket's going to react? Are they going to think these guys are micro? We'll wait till they get bigger before we get too worried? Are they going to look at them? Are they going to offer different types of delivery slots, smaller and wider in the country?
Well, no, it's very, very interesting, because obviously the big guys, the big sheds have benefited from people in lockdown moving to more weekly delivered. We've talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
The people who have struggled are actually the convenience stores.
Yeah.
And in particular, Co-op are embracing this micro fulfillment. So Milton Keynes, you place an order with Co-op and it turns up in a little wheeled buggy.
Yes, I've seen
They've got these laser guided wheeled buggies that the local kids just love to use for football practice. So Co-op are embracing it. You can order via Co-op via, I think, Deliveroo.
Yeah.
But again, it's just one of these things that, can you make the economics work, and will it last? I think it's like 24-hour trading. Or get this, have you still got your 3D glasses for watching Sky Sports?
No, I was never a fan of the 3D glasses, but go on, what's coming?
Yeah, but how these things quietly disappear.
Oh,
so 3D television was a massive thing, until, and I'm sure in consumer groups, people were asked, would you like the idea of 3D television where things jump out the screen from you? But then people discovered they looked like complete idiots wearing these horrific glasses to watch telly in their own lounge. And it's amazing how they can just quietly disappear. There's not a big announcement, we're stopping 3D TV, we're stopping 24-hour opening.
Yeah.
They just quietly disappear. And I think this micro fulfillment and 10-minute orders, I think it'll quietly disappear, but I'll be proved wrong.
I think there'll be a certain amount of the population that will want it. I think that will be very small. I can imagine people wanting to bring in booze for a party maybe, but why would you want a 10-minute slot? We've got friends come around, I could order. I guess it also depends what the lead time is. If I've got 10 minutes here on a Thursday, can I order on a Wednesday the day before? Can I order 4 hours ahead? How far is it ahead?
No, it's now 4:15 on a Friday, on a Thursday.
Yeah.
I would expect the delivery will be with me at 4:30. I'll go on the app now. Right. No, the delivery will be with me in 15 minutes.
Oh, I see. I really misunderstood that. I thought you were saying the windows have come down to 15 minutes.
No.
Oh.
I place it. That is why, as I said, I can't quite get my head around it. Wheezy say your delivery could even be delivered by a guy or a girl on roller skates.
Oh, I see. So we're talking groceries at the pizza time. Get your pizza in 20 minutes. Hold on, we're going to give you all your groceries in 20 minutes.
That's exactly. So sorry, you and maybe that's a very telling point, that it is so, if you like, left field for you, because I can't get my head around wanting anything in 15 minutes and be willing to pay for it.
And I think the only reason I would do it would be to test it. Can I get it here in 15, 14 minutes, 39 seconds? Yeah, okay. All right, so the term coming out of here is micro fulfillment centers. I've never heard of that. We've got 2 startup companies we need to be aware of. One is Wheezy and one is Get Here. Get Here.
Getir. Get Here.
Getir. Okay, we got that. We think that it might be a passing fad. We'll see. Okay, we've talked about dark restaurants as well, delivery, catering facilities. Okay, all right.
And you would think, Tesco are pretty much at the forefront of everything all the time. They haven't got into this. So we will wait and see. It'll be very interesting to be proved wrong. And, given where I live in the middle of nowhere, it'd be interesting to see somebody get to me in 15 minutes, but who knows? Maybe that's the sound of a drone outside now.
Brilliant, Andrew. Thank you for bringing that to us. I never knew any of that, particularly getting down to 15 minutes. I'm glad I actually understood. It's order now, 15 minutes time. Wow.
Yeah. Google wheezy.co.uk or Getir. Have a quick look at their websites now.
Brilliant. All right. Andrew, thank you. Until next week.
No problem. Take care.
Take care. Bye. Bye.
Bye.